This is the Speck CandyShell Amped for the iPhone 5 and the iPhone 5S. Hi, Dan for Gear Diary. Speck has done an amazing job leveraging the positive initial feedback they got from their CandyShell lineup of cases. They first expanded to have numerous different colors. They then added in the CandyShell Grip, which has the same design but gives you a much better grip. And they've also gone the way of the CandyShell Inked, which have beautiful, beautiful color patterns that just pop. Now they've expanded to include the CandyShell Amped for the iPhone 5 and the iPhone 5S. This case takes the traditional CandyShell look and it addresses the issue of audio. Apple has not done a great amount of work with the audio coming from the iPhone 5 and the iPhone 5S. It still has a single speaker and it is not great sounding. It doesn't get all that loud. It's just not a pleasant experience overall. It's usable, but that's about it. This case is designed to take the sound coming directly from the iPhone and to make it at least 2 times louder without needing any electronics. And that's done by a really unusual design inside the case, which we'll take a look at in a moment. Speck describes the case as being a sound amplification case that still has military-grade protection, something they've come to advertise quite a bit when looking at the CandyShell lineup. And it has an MSRP of $44.95. It comes in 4 different colors. We've got 2 of those colors right here. Let's take a quick look at this case, and then we're going to give away both of these review samples. So to open the package, you simply pull down. It's actually a very, very easy unboxing experience. They've been going that route with a lot of their cases where they make the packaging just that much easier to open up. And when you pull it out, you see that there is nothing but the case itself. There's no screen protector. There are no extras. Nothing. This is just the case for $44.95. So from the back, the case looks like any other CandyShell case. It has this very, very nice, shiny material. It is a dust magnet, which is the case with a lot of them, and it does have the Speck name and logo right here. You do have the 2 materials. That's what gives it the military grade protection. So you've got the shiny material, and then you've got this softer impact resistant material that's at the corners covering the buttons, and then on the inside as well. Now when we turn over to the inside, that's where you can see what's going on here. You have these really unusual channels which allow the audio to actually come off of the speaker down here. And if you look down here, it's actually sealed. So the sound can't escape directly down the way it would when you're normally listening to your iPhone, or the way it does with every single other case we've looked at. But rather the sound gets pushed out of the iPhone and then reflected, and it goes through this channel, narrow here, a little bit wider, a little bit wider. It gets much bigger, and then it comes out through these perforations right here. So what you do have is you have a channel for the sound, and it gets a little bit louder. It echoes, if you will. I don't know the science behind it, but as this channel expands, so does the sound, and then it comes out all along the side. Now, from the beginning, that means that instead of it facing down when you're holding the phone this way, you're actually getting the sound out of the side and over a much larger area. So that alone is going to enhance the sound. And then whatever these channels do to enhance it is going to take it to the next level as well. So let's take the phone now and put it inside the Speck CandyShell Amped. It is a thicker, heavier case. I just want to make sure I don't pull off the glass screen protector I have on my phone. There we go. So now let's just take a quick look at the phone in the case. You get full access to the screen, obviously. You get just enough lay on the table protection. The mute toggle is accessible. The volume up and down are covered but accessible. You have the perforations for the audio here. Here on the bottom, you have the hole for the 3.5mm headphone jack. The microphone is covered but open, and the lightning connector. And obviously, as we said, the speaker is left covered, which forces the sound back through the case. Nothing on this side, and at the top you've got the power on and off sleep awake button. Here on the back you do have an opening for the camera, microphone, and the flash. Because this is thicker to make room for the horn design of the audio channel, it is deeper, but it has a nice angle to it, so you won't get this being obscured in any way, shape, or form. So let's listen to my iPhone 5S without the case on, and then listen to the same audio with the case on. You should be able to hear the difference being picked up by the Blue Microphone Yeti Pro that I'm using to record this video.
on the scene, you've been stuck at the screen for a lifetime. You keep your mind sharp and clean with a fix of caffeine for the nighttime. It's the same old scene, you've been stuck at the screen for a lifetime. You keep your mind sharp and clean with a fix of caffeine for the nighttime. They'll laugh as they watch us fall. Look, you don't care at all. No chance for fate. It's a natural selection. I wanna They'll laugh as they watch us fall. Look, you don't care at all. No chance for fate. It's a natural selection. I wanna
So hopefully you can hear that the CandyShell Amped from Speck does exactly what it promises to do. It takes the audio coming off of your iPhone 5 or your iPhone 5S and it boosts it at least 2 times, if not more, and makes it clearer, easier to listen to without the need for batteries. This is a thicker case than the standard CandyShell because it does make room for the channels. The sound does come out over here, but once the phone is in the case, you actually don't really notice the extra depth, the extra thickness of the case. It is interesting that you can feel the vibration of the sound through the back of the case when music is playing, and that's really a telltale sign that it's doing exactly what it promises to do. It takes the sound that's coming here and it feeds it through, and then it comes out over here eventually. So it does exactly what it promises. It also has the great protection that's offered by the Speck CandyShell line, so it does meet certain military specifications for drop protection. It has an MSRP of $44.95. It comes in 4 different color combinations, and it's available now. This is the Speck CandyShell Amped from Speck. This is Dan from Gear Diary. Thanks very much for watching.